Oh, you're traveling alone because you have no life purpose, and you're just trying to figure everything out. Is that always the case? Welcome to DUHH Adventure. Solo travelers are always very misunderstood, because stereotypes around a solo traveler is not true most of the time. Today, we will be taking a deep dive into a solo traveler's personality, myth or truth. Is there really a say to it? With the last one being what most want to be. Make sure to comment below if you find some that relates to you. Number 1. A solo traveler must be very brave and outgoing, an extrovert. The stereotype about a solo traveler being an extrovert happened mainly because solo traveling requires a whole lot of communication. And most of the time with complete strangers, but that doesn't mean an introvert can't do it well. There are always ways to get around the system. Although sometimes an introvert comes out as an extrovert after a solo trip, that doesn't mean an introvert would fail at this activity. And being a solo traveler doesn't mean you have to be brave. There are always safe places to go because not everywhere in the world is dangerous. If you are interested, check out this video after to see as we rank the top 6 safest countries in the world for you to travel solo. Number 2. Because you're traveling alone, you must be a loner. The first impression for a solo traveler is usually, oh, you're traveling alone because no one wants to travel with you. But is that really the case? A lot of people choose to travel alone, and why can't someone just do it for the joy of it? Enjoy scenic views and meet some new people. Sometimes a solo traveler can even be married with children. Different travelers have different stories, and the benefits of traveling alone is that you get to listen to other people's story during your trip. Number 3. You must be really confident as a person to travel alone. Solo travelers are usually seen as confident because after all, they are visiting sometimes unknown country by themselves. But just because sometimes they step outside of their comfort zone doesn't mean they are confident all the time, although we're not saying someone isn't confident. But that's just not the case every time. You don't have to view solo travelers as a different species, and sometimes your help would be greatly appreciated on their trip, because it can get difficult for one to do everything on their own. Number 4. You're trying to change up your life. Not every solo traveler is trying to transform their lives, nor are they always experiencing a life change. Solo traveling is really viewed as different in many ways, just not the traditional routes for travelers. The thinking associated with solo traveling is always that no one chooses to travel alone if they don't have to, but that's really for people who hasn't tried it. And this stereotype brings us to the next one. Number 5. You must be searching something. This can be romance or an entire life purpose. Sometimes people just think you're lost in life basically when you travel alone. Now, don't let any negative thoughts keep you away from the freedom of life or the top of your bucket list. What other people think really doesn't matter as much. The stereotype for a solo traveler is always that they're looking for something significant in life, or they're feeling like something is missing from life. But is that really the case? Solo traveling is actually really different from what people think. It's the freedom that really gets people going deeper into the rabbit hole. The exploration and the feeling of stepping out of their comfort zone. It is not what you experience every day. So despite all the negative stereotype around a traveler, being one is actually very exciting. Number 6. You must be rich and retired. If you aren't any above, then you must be a rich person who is also retired. After all, traveling around the world after retiring is everyone's dream. You can't disagree and say you never dreamed of traveling around the world after retiring. And this is the personality everyone wants. Make sure to comment below your favorite stereotype, or if you disagree, and watch this video to find out your next destination.